Mike Hernandez was a bueno vaquero, rode some good horses, California style. I watched him for hours and he showed me a little of the old California he knew for a while. Started young horses in Bosal y Fiador, onto the Touraine, the old Spanish spade. Brought them along with two hands that were gentle, some fine reining horses as ever were.
Howdy, partners, parents, friends, and families of Grace Christian School. How are you today? I hope this message finds you doing well. I'm Sheriff P, and this is the weekly roundup. This is where Grace Christian School gives you all the information about what's going on in our community. You saw the show start off with one of our buckaroos. That was Samantha from kindergarten. Samantha, great job spinning those ponies. Keep your pictures coming in, and we will be getting a special email in order to accommodate the pictures that are coming in so that we're able to keep track of all of our little buckaroos that are sending all of their pictures in. Can't thank you enough for participating that way. Parents, I also can't thank you enough for tuning in each week and watching the show and making sure you subscribe and letting your friends and family know to subscribe. It was great this weekend. We were at the Cypress Festival, and so many friends of our school came up and said hello and let us know that they are watching the weekly roundup and they have subscribed also. Some of our families whose kids have gone on to high school or have even graduated from college tune into the weekly roundup. So we are glad that you are here. Give me just a minute to adjust my screen here. Good morning, Mario. It's great to see you. I'm glad that you are tuning in and joining the weekly roundup. So let's see here. Let's talk about Charleston Wrap. The Charleston Wrap fundraiser has been doing wonderful. Yesterday was the last day, but you're still able to order through the links through the end of this year. What's going to happen, I know it happened with me last year, is I ordered some stuff, saw how high quality the merchandise was, and they had these really cool little fry racks that you could put like hors d'oeuvres in or appetizers or even side dishes when friends come over. And I only ordered 4 and I wanted 4 more, so I went in and reordered 4 more. But the school will continue to get credit for any orders placed between now and December 31st. The only thing is the prizes won't be there for our students after today. So you're still helping the school and you're doing a wonderful thing signing up and helping us through Charleston's Wrap. So parents, thank you very much. Loved ones who have ordered, who are tuning into the show, thank you. We greatly appreciate it. Take a look here. We've got quite a few visitors between all of the different platforms right now. We're already up to about 27. And I want to let you know, next week, on the 20th, on October 20th, if you want to take the day off and not cook in the kitchen, you can do that and go to Burger Boss. We're going to be sending home flyers, and if you go to Burger Boss, present the flyer, they will give a portion of the sales back to Grace Christian School. What a great way to help our school while helping yourself to a wonderful, let's see, they're grass-fed cows, so you got to get the best meat that way. But you're taking the evening off, you get to go out and have someone else fix your dinner, and at the same time, you're helping Grace Christian School. Wanted to remind you of some important notices. This Thursday, tomorrow, at 11:30 is in-service day. That means it's early release. School lets out at 11:30, and you can pick up your buckaroos from 11:30 to 11:45 through Carline. Any students still here after 11:45 are signed into daycare. There is no charge to your daycare accounts from 11:45 until 3 o'clock, where they would traditionally be in school. And then at 3 o'clock, any students who are remaining at 3:15 will then be signed in to traditional daycare and charges would apply. Also, parents, it's important to remember that we do not offer lunch service on in-service days, so you will need to pack a lunch for your buckaroo, send it with them, and they will have something great to eat when they do there. Another thing, this is an important thing I want to talk to all of you about. And it's a delicate subject, and I understand that. Our kids, I haven't met one student from preschool through 8th grade who drives a car. And we are a commuter school, and our students rely on you, loved ones, neighbors, friends, family, to get them here to school. And I understand that it's tough in the morning getting your kids to school, but it's extremely important to get here on time. So when school starts at 8:30, that's when teachers take roll and instruction starts usually within the first minute or two of students walking in the classroom door. In some situations, there's some teachers that have a quiz sitting on the desk. So when they come in, they immediately take the quiz while the teacher's doing a little bit of administrative work, like taking roll, then taking lunch count. And when they're done with the quiz, they do the flag salute and they move on. If your child's not here, they miss out on that quiz, or they miss out on special announcements that they need to hear. And we're starting to notice quite a few tardies happening recently. You know, they're getting, it's kind of creepy now where you're coming in like at 8:45, 8:50. At that point, you're not only missing stuff, the students are starting to disrupt the class when they come in. So parents, if you can make an effort, I understand things do come up and life gets in the way, but to make sure your child is here on time for school, it's extremely important that they are here for the start of the day. It helps out everything. As I mentioned at the start of the show, this week was the Cypress Festival on Saturday, and all of our teachers had an opportunity to work the booth from 2 o'clock to 8 at the Cypress Festival, and we had a great time connecting with so many of you, so many of our students, and so many of our past students. It gave us an opportunity to really share and meet and say hello with everyone. Justin, hey, I'm glad to see you. You're on the show today watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for the clap. I appreciate it. But the festival was a great time. It gives us a great opportunity to connect away from school and a chance to say hi and visit. We gave out a ton of Grace Christian School fans. They were used to cool you off or block the sun. We also had, you could spin the wheel and win a Grace Christian School flashlight. So it was a wonderful day for everyone, and we can't thank you enough for who came by and said hi at the booth. This week is Red Ribbon Week. If you look at this flyer here, this is the flyer that went home, has been on our website, and we've been doing some wonderful things here on the campus. There were a group of parents who came in here like ninjas on Sunday and decorated our entire campus. When the students got here Monday morning, it was fully decorated for Red Ribbon, and we can't thank you enough for that. Our kids enjoyed it, our staff did. Try saying Red Ribbon really quick, like 5 or 6 times. It gets to be a tongue twister. But we've given out, we've had a poster contest, and we had some winners yesterday. And last week, if you remember, I talked about a demo that we wanted to do, and I wasn't able to do it through the traditional channels and things like that. But one of our parents who was watching called in and said, hey, they think they can get it done for us through a back door, and they did. I don't have permission to give that parent's name today, but if I do, I will share it. I can't thank you enough for setting that up. We're going to have a dog demonstration tomorrow with one of our local law enforcement agencies, and it's going to be a great opportunity for our kids to be able to see this. Hey, Debbie's tuning in, was watching on my iPad, and apparently I can't comment there. That's strange. Yeah, that's weird. That's something I'll take a look at and see if maybe that's a setting on our side. I know the ladies in the office are also monitoring the show. Maybe one of them can tune in on their phone and see if there's ability to chat on their phone. But that's something we'll look at. Thanks for letting us know, Debbie. I appreciate that. But Red Ribbon Week's going great. Tomorrow, they are going to have the opportunity, a demonstration, and that just is really going to help round out Red Ribbon Week. One other thing I want to talk to you about that I'm sure you've seen in the news everywhere is this Friday is the Red Day, and you should have had your spirit wear back by today. But unfortunately, our spirit wear is sitting somewhere off the coast of San Pedro or Seal Beach in one of those container cargos, and we're waiting for it to get here. And I know we've seen on the news they're going to start expediting that and doing everything they can, but the supply chain is clogged up, so that's why we don't have the spirit wear yet. It will be here soon. So if you have anything red at all that you can wear tomorrow to school, that would be great. And that way, or not tomorrow, it would be on Friday. That would be great. And it just helps us celebrate the Red Day. So Marion, good morning. We love Grace Christian School, the best school ever. We couldn't agree more. And like I've always said, the reason our school does so well is for it's basically a strong foundation. We have amazing parents and a support group of loved ones, grandparents, parents, and neighbors who really support us. We have outstanding teachers who aren't here because they have to be. They're here because they want to be. This is truly a ministry for each one of our teachers, and that's what makes the difference. And finally, we have outstanding kids. From preschool through 8th grade, we are blessed to see the best that's out there when it comes to students. You know, it's a saying that we have here at the school: the future is enrolled at Grace Christian School. Basically, our future is in all of these classrooms. So we are so blessed to be a part of you, and we consider it a privilege to raise the future generation that's going to hopefully get our country back on track and get everything going in the right direction. Hey, next thing I want to talk to you about is COVID. You should have received a form, or not should have, it'll be coming out very soon, that I talked about last week. And that was a form that allowed you to, I thought I put my phone on silent. I guess I didn't. I apologize. It's a form that's going to allow you to do your exemptions for personal reasons or for medical. And it's pretty self-explanatory. One form per student has to be filled out. And I know that currently the vaccine is only for 12 and up. But if you fill one of those out, if you have any child here, if you want a personal exemption, you just have to basically write the reason you want it. I want a personal exemption for my child because that's what we believe. That's perfect for us, and that will be all that we need. Let's see here. Gabriel, good morning. Good to see you. And we got a big thumbs up, an American flag from Justin. Yes, the future is enrolled here at Grace Christian School. So that form is going out to you. So if you can just return that, there's a spot where you can submit it, and it comes back to us, and we'll keep those on file. There does have to be one for each child. In addition, we have testing going on campus for COVID, and we are going to do a special video just about that will come out. And if you are never going to want your child tested here at school, then you won't need to watch that video. It's going to be kind of reviewing the form, the permission slip that goes out in order to allow us to test. I want to kind of give you our thoughts on it because it's not a form that we created. It's a form from the state, and we just want to go through what's really required and what you can choose not to do. The next, let's see here. Amanda says, I can't comment on my phone either. Thanks, Amanda, for letting us know that. We'll look and see if that's a setting on our behalf that we need to change, or if that's something just with YouTube and devices. So that's something we'll look at. So I'm showing you a clip right here. And there's 2 JPEGs on the corner that are being displayed. Last week I talked about both of these in some detail, and can you believe that our video got flagged by YouTube because they did not agree with the content in those 2 topics that you're seeing there in the right-hand side. And the reason I'm just putting those pictures up is I'm not actually talking about them, and I guess there's some algorithm that would automatically flag it. And so after some conversation back and forth with YouTube, they did remove the flag from our video. Let's see. I wanted to comment about the dog demonstration. My daughter will love that. Yes, Amanda, I hope she does. It's going to be great. And we might even have your crew come out and make an appearance on that one. But I think we're going to kind of leave this one to the agency's dog. And they have someone who else is going to come out and speak to our students about Red Ribbon Week. So I think it's a great way to almost wrap up the week. But like I had mentioned, these pictures, I talked about that. If you couldn't find our video last week for a couple of hours, that was the reason. It's pretty amazing how these algorithms can really take control. Let's see here. I'm actually able to comment on my phone, just not on the iPad. That is weird. So I guess you can do it. maybe we can put out a video on how exactly to do that if we can figure it out. But so cool. That's amazing, Amanda. Let's see here. I think maybe I lost something. Oh, here we go. Amanda says she runs agility with our dogs. And if you ever want to have a dog agility demonstration, I could probably find dogs that will help with that. Amanda, absolutely. Give Christy a call. And I would love to set something up. I think an agility thing to really show what working dogs do would be really neat for all of our students to be able to see and as they go along. So I'm just trying to catch up here on the comments. I appreciate last week. All of you did a wonderful job giving us so many thumbs up on our video last week. That was so cool to see. And it really lets us know that you're watching the video and that you're getting something out of it. Next week is the Great Shakeout. Many schools and government agencies throughout the I'm not sure if it's the United States or just California, it has to be California because not everywhere has earthquakes, participate in the Great Shakeout. I've had parents say, well, how come Grace Christian School doesn't participate in it? And I know this may sound kind of brutal or harsh, but I think the Great Shakeout is really just like a dog and pony show. One day a year, they get media to come out and they look at ways that they're going to prepare for an earthquake, and then they forget about it the other 364 days of the year. And basically, it's just that one day that they do anything. Here at GCS, we take emergency planning extremely serious. It's something that we look at. I'm not going to tell you that we look at it every day, but it's something that comes up probably at least weekly in how we can develop things as far as our emergency command center, our mobile area command, our search and rescue teams that are deployed and we use throughout the year, our CPR, our first aid, our AED, all of these different things that we put into place to make sure we keep our students safe. And next week or the week after, we are going to be spending a little bit more time showing you a peek under the tent, what we do to keep our kids safe, so that if something were to ever happen, we have a foundation in place that keeps everybody safe, and it's just not a one-day-a-year thing. Let's see here. Can we get announcements about roundups in advance? I get the announcements by email at 9:42, and you're already 15 minutes in. Sheila, if you are subscribed to the page and you hit that little bell right there, it will immediately notify you when we're going live. We don't have an exact time that we do the weekly roundup. We do the weekly roundups on Wednesdays between 9 and 9:45. And the reason for that is it's a fluid situation that's always going on here at school. Sometimes I'm needed for something on campus, so we get a late start. There's a media issue, internet issues. So that's why we have that lag, that it can happen anywhere in there. You can also at any time go into YouTube and start from the very beginning and watch the entire show. So you just might not be live, but you're seeing the entire thing. But if you ring that bell, it will immediately notify you that, hey, the weekly roundup is coming. And I also have a 50-minute intro song, and that's where we show our buckaroos. So it gives everybody an opportunity to go on. I didn't have the bell configured. All right, great. And that's a helpful tip for everybody else also, that you can, like Anita Ward said, ring my bell. Not that you want to hear about that right now. But anyway, that's a little bit about the Great Shakeout. And also I wanted to talk to you about flag retirement. You guys are bringing in flags that we are going to be setting up a retirement ceremony for all of the tattered flags, and we're going to retire them in a way that is dignified and respectful for the great flag of our nation. And we will have a huge celebration, and it will be a huge gathering for all of our students here, and they will learn a lot about the flag the day that we do that. You know, another big thank you goes out to Michelle Cameron. I can't thank her enough. She has undertaken the multi-purpose room, our Hall of Heroes, and she's currently taking all of the photos off the walls and going to be resetting them all up and redesigning everything in there for us. Our maintenance crew is going to go in and help try to get some things patched up so it looks really nice. And when that's all done, we're going to be able to come back through and put new carpeting in. We're not putting the carpeting first, then coming with paint. We're doing it in a strategic way. But Michelle, thank you so much for volunteering to do that. You have been a true blessing to us. And I know when you walk in right now, it's kind of overwhelming to see a lot of the pictures off the walls and everything, but you're doing terrific, and I can't thank you enough. You know how I told you about next Thursday is Burger Boss Day, that you can go out and eat? Well, next Thursday is also Makeup Picture Day. If your little buckaroo wasn't at school on picture day, you have the opportunity to send them to school and they will have their picture retaken on the 20th, or not retaken, but actually taken if they were absent, or if something happened with the photo and their eyes were closed or it was blurred, they will have the opportunity to have a retake on October 20th. So that is coming to us. This Friday, as I mentioned earlier, is Red Day, so wear as much red as you can as we wrap up Red Ribbon Week. So this has been a wonderful week, parents. We were talking as a staff. It is hard to believe that almost 20% of the school year is in the books, and everyone is doing a wonderful job of getting the kids to school, keeping your child home if they're sick, and can't thank you enough for that. I did want to touch base one last thing as we get ready to close about the big C, COVID, is keeping your children home when they're sick, and also trusting us as we go through and do protocol and follow procedures. It is really amazing as we track everything here that we're able to see trends when, like, allergy season's coming, asthma type things are happening, the wind is happening, and how it affects students and everything in class. And when we suggest a child should be tested in order just to protect them, protect our other students, and protect your family. And I would say we have a great track record of figuring out what's happening. Now, the one word of caution I want to give you is when you call another parent and say, hey, my child has this, or if your child tested positive, you put us in a tough situation, because sometimes that parent will call the school and ask, we cannot share anything about your child. We can't confirm, we can't deny or anything, but know that we have protocols in place for modified quarantines and everything. We go in and we look at lesson plans, we look at classroom seating charts, and we follow all the procedures. And it has worked very well. But if you call someone else, I understand that you're trying to be a good neighbor, a good friend. But sometimes when you call us and ask if little Sally had this, we're not being disrespectful. We're protecting that child's privacy, because we can't share anything about any other student, any staff member. And a lot of times, I have mentioned this numerous times, we have people out and it's not because of COVID. They have dental work done, they're having medical procedures done, or guess what? They're just plain sick. They have hay fever, or they have a sinus infection or something like that. So parents, trust us, and we're trusting you to call us if your child's sick, and we are going to do the right thing to keep our school open, to keep our students safe, and to keep our faculty safe, and most importantly, keep all of our families safe. So just continue to partner with us, and we will continue to do that. That's so great. Thank you, Michelle. Debbie says, so that's out there. But you know what? That concludes another weekly roundup. Wow, we are at, between all the different platforms that we broadcast out to, we have 75 people viewing the weekly roundup right now. And I'd like to welcome you to the show. If you are new to the show, make sure you subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and can't thank you enough. Parents, have a wonderful day. Don't forget, tomorrow is minimum day in service. Until we see you down the trail, stay safe.
Got a bit of $50,